Hey H&K fans, James here with another video for you. This week I'm super excited to talk to you about what I'm simply referring to as the H&K training event of the year. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you followed me on social media, you will know that last month I got the great opportunity to attend a special event that H&K had put on down in Orlando for media personnel, and it was kind of a training product release event that showcased the latest and greatest from H&K that they wanted to coordinate in one central location so that all of these media personalities could have direct access to that. And specifically for me, I was asked to come down and condense what normally is a 2-day MP5 Operator Course into these smaller blocks and showcase the MP5 SP5 series. Superbly hosted and coordinated event. Really enjoyed it. And the downside to it was that it was a completely by name access event. It was not open to the general public. So when we got done with that event, myself, some of the other guys associated with HKPRO got together and said, hey, you know what, this would be a really great opportunity to do a similar type event, but make it even more immersive in H&K stuff for those diehard H&K fans and open it up for open enrollment to those general public. So that's what we've done. We've gone back, coordinated with W.O.F.T, the West Orlando Firearms Training Facility, as the host. Amazing facility in Central Florida, and we've coordinated with H&K to get the support we need for this as well. And then we've pulled together what I believe is an even greater event than what we had planned before. So I'll take you through that, and how I'm going to do that is I put together a brief PowerPoint slideshow that will really help explain the why behind this for the people that aren't as familiar with what we did down there, and to really showcase what you're going to get to be able to be a part of if you come to this event. So without further ado, grab yourself a tasty beverage and we'll dive right on. Okay, so the mission of this again was based off of the success of this H&K media event that we did last month, and wanting to have an even more immersive event for the H&K fans. So the gist of this is 3 days of training that'll go over a Friday, Saturday, Sunday block, and we're going to have 30 total attendees to the event. And those attendees are going to be broken up into groups of 5. So there'll be 6 groups of 5 that over those 3 days will rotate through 6 primary blocks of instruction, 6 different blocks of instruction. So for example, you'll have a morning block and then an afternoon block on Friday, on Saturday a morning block, an afternoon block, and then on Sunday a morning block and an afternoon block. So in the period of 3 days, you will have the opportunity to attend those 6 separate blocks of instruction covering that period. What we're also going to have are evening events on Thursday the 9th, Friday the 10th, and Saturday the 11th. And we'll talk more about those here in a minute. Okay. Overview of W.O.F.T. The facility itself, very cool. Not very far off from what everybody else is familiar with in Orlando of Disneyland. I'm sorry, Disney World. Philip, the owner of this facility, is amazingly welcoming to people. When you come to W.O.F.T, you are really treated like family. His staff, I've never seen anything like the people that he's pulled together. Just genuinely great Americans who are like-minded, like we are, want to give us the best experience, want to promote shooting and self-defense, and he's built this facility around that mindset. It is just absolutely top-notch. You're going to feel very comfortable. You're going to get to do things here you haven't been able to get to do before. and they just take great care of us. The backside support, again, like nothing I've ever seen. They shuttle us around in golf carts. They're there to make sure that the targetry is getting set up and transition between drills. They're there jamming magazines with us. They're there to help you what you need to get done. So great complex. What you'll see here in this overview slide is a range complex with shooting ranges that you can see down towards the center of the image here, where we have a 100-yard range bay that you can actually fire from inside of a classroom. It's got big aircraft hangar doors that roll out, so you can be inside the comfort of an air-conditioned building and actually fire from or move out onto the range and fire there. The smaller range you see that's kind of circled by the berms there is actually a 3-sided pistol bay that allows us to have multiple training events happening in the same area. One section that's covered, a longer area, shorter area, steel, paper targets, very, very helpful. You have another classroom area off to the left of that, as well as bathrooms. There's a shoot house off to the right of that in the picture you can see doesn't have a roof, but the roof's getting put on. And then all the way at the top, underneath the words W.O.F.T overview, is an area they call the coffee shop, which is also where they're going to serve our catered breakfast and lunches each day. And they also use that as dual purpose as one of the scenario training rooms. And then to the left of that is another classroom where we can do debriefs and some other meetings, but they also have the ability to transition that into a low light scenario training. So very, very capable place. You're going to feel like home. You're going to feel like you're at a very nice resort, but focused on shooting. So what's the course breakdown? Those 6 events that we talked about. Well, first you're going to have a low light scenario training block, which puts you in the stresses of dealing in a real world scenario, a place you could actually expect to be put in, and bumps you up through different stress levels in these scenarios with one or more aggressors. Very, very insightful training, and something that everybody's going to get a lot out of. No matter if you've done this before, you've done it many, many times. Really, really exciting. Then there's a coffee shop scenario, which is a similar concept, but in a daylight scenario and even more familiar with what we do every day. Then, of course, we're going to bring back the MP5 SP5 Operator Course experience. And for those who are interested in red dots, which again are continuing to increase in becoming really the next level in handgun instruction, we're going to have a red dot operator course using the VP9 ORs and the new match OR pistols. And then for really exciting, H&K has a new product release that's going to be coming later this year. And we're looking to time with this event. So there will be an operator course where you'll actually get to take that new product out and learn how to shoot that. And then there'll be a new product release armor course that will be available for you as well. So let's look at the low light scenario first. As I mentioned, taught in a very adaptive type space by the W.O.F.T staff. Philip and his role players are just absolutely excellent, and he does a really great way of looking at every individual student and your experience level and tailoring the scenario towards you. You'll get multiple opportunities to run through these scenarios, and every scenario is going to be different. So you won't see the same thing again. And the students who aren't actually in the scenario will actually get to stand up on a higher catwalk level and watch and observe and learn from the successes and failures going on through the student that's going down there. And then you'll rotate in your turn. And those levels of scenarios will continue to get more and more challenging as it goes along. Very, very interesting training. Going to get your heart rate up, going to make you think of things you've never had to think about, but applicable to the real world scenario. In this one specifically, you can tailor the light conditions in the room itself, He's going to help you learn some handheld light techniques, and you're going to actually be presented with a UTM variant, simuation variant of a VP9, and you'll get to incorporate that into shoot, no shoot scenarios. So really, really cool. You guys are really going to enjoy that. Similarly, the coffee shop scenario taught just next door is more of a daylight version of this, where again, you've got role players and aggressors that are put into this, and you're presented with situations that you could see in a daily basis, and how are you going to react to them from a threat, non-threat, shoot, no shoot type scenario. Again, incorporating a VP9 simuation weapon. MP5 SP5 Operator Course. So we brought in Tom Dresner, who you guys from HKPRO will know is the founder of HKPRO. And prior to that, he was with HK's International Training Division when they were still teaching courses. And he is going to provide to you a condensed version of what he normally teaches as his SP5 experience course. So you will be presented with an SP5 or SP5K variant to choose from, and you will run through a series of progressive skill-based training drills that will teach you kind of from the zero to hero and able to maximize those weapons. You'll also get access to full auto MP5 for some of those drills, and this one is one that, again, all the fans, regardless of what your experience level is with the MP5 series, SP5 series, you're going to get a ton out of Tom's vast experience on this platform. Okay. Really excited to have my man Derek Giddings come back and support us as well. You guys who follow H&K's shooting team will recognize that Derek is one of those leading members there. It just seems about every weekend he's out there representing H&K and just crushing it out there on the competition circuit. He's going to come on board and teach you a red dot optic course of fire using the VP9 ORs and the new match pistols, all red dot capable. Really great block of instruction to not just be exposed to if you've never seen a red dot before, but get to learn some tips on how to maximize that performance from an actual expert in the competition field on how he runs those in both close-in targets, deep targets, firing precision, firing fast, firing on the move. Really, really exciting course, and awesome to have somebody of Derek's caliber in there to teach that. Next, you get me. I am excited to be able to bring to you the new product release item from H&K, where I will be teaching you a specific condensed version of what would normally be a 2-day operator course on this weapon, so that you can obviously get exposure to this really before just about anybody else is going to get their hands on it, and learn how to run it effectively through the nuances of it specifically, because you're going to see it's a little bit different than what you might expect. So very, very excited about this course. Again, from a VIP experience, this is awesome to get that early access to this platform, and I'm very humbled to be able to provide it to you. And then along that line, so excited that we've been temp loaned Bob Schultz from H&K, who is their technical director. And any of you guys who have ever gotten to meet Bob or gone to an armor course will echo my comments here. He is a wealth of knowledge within H&K and the community at large. You will soak up what he is putting out. Just so awesome to have him on the team. And he is going to take what is normally a 1-day armor course and condense that down here to these attendees, and it'll be specifically on this new product model. So again, complete VIP access and early access to get your hands on, learn about the design, the background, how to take it apart, how to put it back together, how to troubleshoot it, right from the guy who knows it better than anybody else. So very cool in itself. Okay. And then we talked about the evening events. Now this slide here, I actually put 2 events. We're working on a 3rd event right now, which I'll be able to finalize here as we get closer. But what this is going to be is on the night of the 9th, which will be a Thursday, we're going to ask those attendees to make sure their travel arrangements get them there in time for this. We'll have our first evening event. Then we'll have another one on the Friday night, and then another one on the Saturday. And what this will be is after training is over, we'll do a debrief for the day, and then we'll kick into this, and then when that's over, we'll release everybody for dinner. So you're going to get a full experience, and that's my goal here as we put this whole thing together from a design standpoint, is to give you as much as we can in this experience, because we want to share it all with you, and just trying to fit it all in is always a challenge. So these are great opportunities. Specific to these 2 that I could talk about at the moment, you are going to get a current H&K programs brief, and then you're going to get an awesome opportunity to do an H&K demo shoot. Okay, so what is the programs brief? Well, we're going to have an actual H&K staff member in attendance, and he is going to showcase all of the current and some of the future commercial, LE, and military programs that H&K Germany and H&K USA specifically are actually working on right now. And that is really cool in itself, because as we know, there's a lot of stuff that they're doing that doesn't get out to the public like we would hope it would. And I can tell you right now, I know that there are programs going on that you as the general H&K fan just aren't aware of. And this is a great opportunity to not only get a brief, to learn about what those things are, but to actually ask some of those questions that you probably wouldn't be able to get to ask as well. And specifically with the new production facility plan in Columbus, you'll get some greater access to what's going on down there as well. So always great to have somebody who's knowledgeable from the company there to pick their brain and learn what's going on. Along with that programs brief, H&K is also going to do a silent auction, which is really cool as well for the H&K fanatics. Is they have just a collection of things. I mean, kind of like you look in my room here. They will bring these key items in, again, some of them really rare and unique items, and allow the attendees to actually bid on these and take these home. And I've been present with these before when we've had them in the past, and they are always a crowd pleaser. Kick myself about losing out on one specific framed piece of art, but you're definitely gonna enjoy that. Really unique opportunity as well, and the proceeds of that will go to an H&K specific charity to be named at a later date. So awesome that they are willing to do that for us and help us out. Okay, and then we've got the demo shoot. So H&K staff is going to bring these goodies with us, and you will have the opportunity to learn about and shoot 4 different what I would consider rare or unicorn type weapons. Ones that most likely you have never had the opportunity to even pick up and handle or get to shoot. Not something that you're going to walk into Battlefield Vegas or some other range rental and get to see, most likely. Maybe one, but not the other 3. Okay, so what are those? Well, they're going to bring you an MP5 because everybody wants to shoot an MP7. So great gun, unicorn gun. I can tell you from ownership, it's the one that I enjoy or have enjoyed letting people shoot the most, and it's one that you got to have on your bucket list. You're going to get the opportunity to shoot that one there. From the Marine Corps' contract program, the M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle. So we've had plenty of people that might have had an opportunity to shoot an HK416, but unless you're in the Marine Corps, you probably have never shot the M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle, a unique variant of the HK416. And then from straight off the the new military program list, the CSAS 7.62 sniper rifle with our integrated suppressor. Really unique opportunity to get to shoot that one as well. And then one more item, which I cannot discuss at the moment, but I guarantee is going to knock your socks off. You're not going to want to miss that one. So great opportunity in one of our evening events. Okay, and then let's talk about your planning considerations. So as I mentioned before, the event itself, really the training days, are Friday the 10th, Saturday the 11th, Sunday the 12th. But in order to make the travel arrangements, you're going to want to fly in or drive in on the 9th and make sure you're there in time for the evening event. And we'll give you more details later for those who register. And then you're going to want to plan your exit travel out on Monday the 13th of September. Lodging, once you register, they'll provide you lodging recommendations. There's some great hotels that are very close to W.O.F.T itself and have lots of restaurants and other needs, and it's not very far from the Orlando airport. Easy to get to in and out. W.O.F.T, as I mentioned, is going to provide all the backside support for the training. They're going to provide all the RSOs, everything safety related, all the range maintenance. Everything is turnkey for you. So you literally are going to show up and they're going to take it from there, including your catered lunch and dinner, breakfast and lunch. And most likely we'll organize, pay on your own collective dinner out on the town on the evening events as well. And then the great thing about this is all of the weapons, all the ammunition, everything is provided. They'll even have eye and ear protection for you if you don't want to bring that. So you can literally just show up. You don't have to worry about bringing anything extra with you. And trust me, you're going to even be able to take some stuff back. So very, very cool that everything is kind of inclusive in the actual event itself, that you don't have to worry about lugging through the airport or worrying about forgetting if you're driving in. Okay, so how do you register? Well, through HKPRO, we have a post there, but if you're not on there and you want to go direct, you can go to Jeff Folliter, and his email address is straightgrain@hkpro.com. Let him know, hey, I want to register for this event, or hey, I want some more information related to this event, and he'll get you locked down. But I'll tell you now, there's only 30 seats, and the last time I checked, there was only about a third of those left. So these are going to go fast. No surprise, this is not going to be an inexpensive event, but at the same time, everything that you're getting in this should make you realize the value of what the event is coming out to be, especially when you think about the fact that all of the instructors, all the people, all of the ammo, all the weapons, everything in that is included. You're just not going to be able to get, nothing like this exists anywhere else, but if it did, you wouldn't see it for much less than that. So I'm excited about it, totally honored and humbled to be part of the team for this. Looking forward to seeing a lot of friends and meeting some new H&K fans along the way. And if there's anything else specific that you guys want to know, and for me specifically, you can reach out to me obviously through the website, through the comments on this post or the other social media. I'd be happy to help you out. So, as always, I'm humbled by the opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you guys. If you're looking for H&K service and support or unique training opportunities, give me a shout. That's what I'm here for. Thanks, guys.